stay on trend.
Luxury views only seen from this iconic building. One Touch House has high-tech solutions that are easy to live with. Dreaming of a luxury kitchen? These appliances will fit the bill.
Have you ever wondered what's going on in the iconic building on the corner of Wharf Street and Government? Well, you're about to find out. Ingrid, this is such a special building.
Customs House, Amy, is one of the most extraordinary projects that's underway right now in downtown Victoria, and it's positioned right at the Inner Harbour, and part of one of the grand dames of downtown Victoria. You've got the Parliament buildings across the way, the Empress Hotel as your next door neighbour, and it really is just such a prominent, worthy building that will just be extraordinary when it's complete.
And all the special design details, like this particular unit we're standing in here right now has all of this exposed brick, beautiful windows. This would be the kitchen and the living room, right?
And the uniqueness of this building with the heritage restoration, and we're in the heritage section right now, that's where you're getting these amazing historic elements. The undertaking that Cielo Projects and Stan Seapost, who's a longtime Victoria developer builder, along with his son, Jonathan, they really have poured their heart and soul, and this is a real passion project for them. This commitment to undertake to restore the heritage component, it's extraordinary.
Ingrid, can you tell us a little bit about what these units will look like? Because I know there's a real variety within the building.
And that's also part of the unique opportunity. Not only will it be finished with some of the most exquisite quality and finished materials, but the variety of unit types has been extraordinary. And most have been attracted by local buyers, although we are starting to see some more global interest. We have units that start at one-bedroom homes with beautiful space and light, all the way up to almost 5,000 square feet for the stunning penthouse.
Wow. There are some really exquisite design details in here too. They've gone high-end on all the finishes and really thought of everything.
Right down to the quality of the windows being triple glazed and providing that privacy and sound containment, even though you are front and center of the action of the Inner Harbour. And along with the interior detail finishes, just an extraordinary commitment from stone countertops to all heated tile floors and the spa-style bathrooms. The kitchen cabinetry is Italian imported with beautiful millwork.
The designers have really paid so much attention to detail in even the layouts. I love how a lot of the bedrooms are separated so there's not noise transfer there. There's walk-in closets and en-suites.
And they really have paid attention, and it feels more like a luxury home as opposed to an apartment condo where you are getting that generous room sizes, up to 14-foot ceilings in the heritage component. And the new construction side of the building, those are between 10 and 11-foot ceilings. So really dramatic open air spaces that really provide just an extraordinary level of living.
It almost feels like you're in some beautiful loft apartment in Manhattan or something.
Amy, Customs House will always be that signature landmark address in downtown Victoria, and it will differentiate and be unique in itself for that commitment of quality and passion that has been part of this project since the last several years of putting it all together.
This building is going to have such great amenities and common spaces to it as well.
Customs House will have its own concierge service with the grand lobby entrance right off of signature Government Street, along with a yoga studio, a full fitness center, and just provide that level of quality and elegance that, again, is showcased more of a worldwide condominium experience.
And it's going to bring a commercial space and area on the main floor to the rest of the community as well.
And definitely a commitment to a high level of retail on the main floor as well. I think Victoria is going to be pretty excited to see some really unique first-time opportunities to showcase some really exquisite retail opportunities.
And let's talk a little bit about everything that's available to the homeowners within this area, because you can look out the windows and see people running along the water. You can just hop on the float plane right from your door pretty much.
And again, you just don't find this opportunity and is really once in a lifetime.
And I think by making one of these units your home, it's like you're owning a piece of Victoria. You kind of feel like the world's your oyster on this corner. You can see the people on the street, and yet this view, the water is all yours.
And a home at Customs House really is just a signature location that is so iconic to Victoria. I think everyone almost in the world recognizes the beautiful inner harbor and all that this iconic location has to offer.
In case you've ever wondered what's upstairs in the Heritage Building on the corner of Government and Yates, well, here we are. This is such a stunning project.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no, this has got so many interesting features. One of the things that we wanted to make sure we did within this building, as we do with all our projects, is attempt to try and unbuild, to reuse as many of the existing materials as we could. So one of the unique features around the perimeter of this space is the rough sawn timbers that were the original rough sawn timber joists in here, which we used as part of our seismic upgrading to the building.
And let's talk about the windows for a second, because this is an old building and may not be the most economic or that sort of thing. How did you address that?
Yeah, it was interesting. With the city, we had to maintain single glaze windows. So all these windows are brand new. They're new wood windows, authentic to the original, new frames, new jambs. But from a noise perspective, we were very conscious of the fact we're in an urban environment. And so
it's so quiet up here, and there's construction going on downstairs.
Yeah, they're sawing concrete downstairs and you can't hear that. And thankfully that is because we made the decision to spend extra to laminate all of the glass within the window, and that actually creates a better sound transmission rating than even if we'd gone with thermal windows.
And the other thing is it's morning and it's not hot in here. The sun's pouring in, but the temperature is perfect. How did you achieve that?
Well, thanks to technology, we have a HVAC mini split unit that provides heating and cooling to the space, recognizing southwest corner, older building. We do have those single pane windows. This was going to be a hot space unless we were able to provide some form of cooling. And so we're very pleased to have that, so that in a tenant's livability standpoint, they don't have to open the windows to get that cooling, which then impacts their ability to keep that noise deadening.
And is this fairly typical for a project that your company would work on, or what are you looking at right now?
This is fairly typical as far as the level of thought and quality and the standard that would go into our projects. We've got a number of other projects we're working on at the moment. We're really excited to be able to start construction this January of 2021 on a new 31-unit rental building called the Charlesworth, which is right next door to an existing rental building called the Bell Apartments that suffered a fire and that our company restored subsequently. And so we're going to be adding 31 new units right next to our existing 20-unit rental building and creating a really thoughtful rooftop common space with double gas barbecues, eat-in kitchen, separate dining area, a putting green, a lounge space, a sectional seating area, and that's going to be common for both Bell and Charlesworth residents.
One of the most thoughtful details in this building that I love is the artwork that you see in the common space and even some of the units.
Yeah, one of the philosophies we operate under a company is the golden rule, and that's to treat other people the way you would want to be treated. We handle ourselves that way when it comes to our tenants, when it comes to our vendors and our contractors, and so we actually weave that in, and we believe strongly in art. So each one of our buildings features a nod to the golden rule. In this building, it's be kind, be calm, be safe, and we'll give credit to Dr. Bonnie Henry for that one. But each one of our buildings is really important for us to emphasize a sense of community and a sense of respect.
I think this is definitely a community that I would want to be a part of.
Nesting Tips with Amy McGeechee is brought to you by Windsor Plywood, the experts you need to know.
Clients always ask me where to start when they're accessorizing their home, hanging artwork, or trying to place decor. It can be a little bit overwhelming. A great place to start would be completely making the space bare. That means taking everything off the countertops, everything off the table, bookshelf, walls, whatever it is you're trying to decorate. Then gather everything that you might use in the space. And you can kind of create little vignettes. You want to use all different heights, shapes, textures to really play off one another. Start by just adding a few things and always adding to it. You don't want it to be too cluttered. It's just going to look like chaos. I like to start with the lighting. Whether you're illuminating the space or using it for task lighting, it has an important function to it and you want to make sure that that's in the best space. Then build around it, whether you're adding books, photographs, or mementos that really mean something to you. It's also a great way to add trends to the space. Not spending a lot of money, just adding a little bit, and then you can change it up whenever you want. I'm famous for having a bunch of totes down in my storage area, and I just keep a bunch in there, and when I get bored, I shake it up again just by switching out a few of the items. Plants are another key item to add to your space. Whether they're real or fake, they both have their place. I'm not that much of a green thumb, so often I love the fake plants. You just want to make sure that you get really authentic, great looking ones. If you have to spend a little bit more money, it's not a bad thing because they'll actually end up lasting you quite a bit longer in the long run. There you go. There's all the tips you need to be your own designer. I'm always wondering what's the latest and greatest in home automation. And luckily, I'm good friends with Kevin, and you always tell me what's going on.
Oh yeah, you bet. So the latest in home automation is hiding technology in your house.
Like this home, which was a stunning renovation that you were a part of.
So we worked closely with the clients on this house. They knew exactly what they wanted. They wanted technology hidden in their house, but they wanted all the latest features.
This is really a huge open concept home where the view's everything. So you kind of have to hide it away so that it doesn't block that.
Yeah, that's right. This house is all about the inside feels like the outside. So when you're inside the house, the view's 360 degrees around, but it flows beautifully into the gardens out there. But they still want this technology feel.
Let's talk a little bit about this TV right behind you here, because it's a big problem. It's kind of blocking my view.
That's a huge problem right there.
There's really no walls in here to place it on.
No, it's all glass and fireplace, and they did not want a TV over the fireplace. So the solution for here was to put the TV up into the ceiling.
Right.
And then we can drop it down whenever we want to and not obstruct the views during regular day use.
And then I love it too how you can see it from the kitchen, you can see it from the sitting room, or any other angle that you want.
Yeah, that's right. So 360 degree TV, just like the views. And if I'm sitting in the living room, I can pivot it over there. I can move it over to I can pivot it towards the library, whichever way you want. You can actually even see that TV from outside on the patio.
That's amazing. And through consultation, you really work with your clients to come up with solutions to any of the challenges in the home.
Yeah, that's right. So a lot of people come to us when they're building the house or renovating a house, and they have ideas, but they don't really know the answers. So being that our company specializes in technology, hiding technology, we can work closely with coming up with an answer.
And really, the sooner that you're involved, the better, because then you can help plan to have speakers behind walls and amazing wine cellars like this one and home theaters.
Yeah, well, the theater room in this house is just awesome because it's a multi-purpose room. It's not a dedicated dark area. They've basically taken a large space, put a bar in there, theater room, and a wine cellar that you can see off to the side. And it's a fantastic place for guests to come and play.
I love that you can program everything for different scenes and times of day, whether it's the lights, the blinds, everything really.
Yeah, this house we've tied in all the lighting, all the window shades, everything environmental, even the heating has been linked into a single control app. So they can set up a scene for the morning, for example, they press good morning, it'll turn on the lights softly into the bathroom. It'll open up the left shade that lets the air in through the window, and it'll drop the temperature a couple degrees in the house.
I like it at night too when it puts the house to bed, like locking the doors, making sure all the lights are off and that everything's secure.
Oh, that's the ultimate. You put one button, bedside table, says good night, shuts the lights off, turns off the TVs, puts that TV back in the ceiling, and locks the doors.
Every room in this home is so beautiful, and I love that you can control it all.
Oh, this is one of my favorite houses we've ever done.
Go global with Newport Realty and Christie's International. Situated amid the wild natural beauty of Patagonia, Argentina's Rio Negro is one of the few provinces whose geography stretches from the high Andes to the Argentine Sea. Its magnificent natural reserves, including lakes, forests, and mountains, and its outstanding ski resorts are the main attraction. Argentina's economy is the second biggest in South America. Foreign landowners are only subject to property tax, with no restrictions on alien ownership, for the most part. This Swiss-style chalet lies on the shores of Lake Nahuelhuapi on 2 acres of land near Patagonia's top tourist destination. The house features 6 bedrooms on 2 different levels with magnificent views of the Andes Ridge. An integrated living room and fireplace with adjacent kitchen make up a cozy ambiance. Land purchasing costs in Argentina amount to 3% of the investment. I'm Susanna Crofton, going global with Newport Realty and Christie's International.
Do you have dreams about crazy appliances, wanting to know the latest trends? Okay, maybe I'm the only one, but we're gonna have a lot of fun today here at Lansdowne Appliance Gallery. Right, Brad?
Absolutely.
So where are we standing right now?
So we're standing in a small corner of our store where we have some Sub-Zero refrigeration behind you, some Wolf cooking appliances, and a range hood obviously, and we've got some very interesting small appliances that we now sell from Wolf as well.
Why are Wolf and Sub-Zero so popular?
They happen to be one of the oldest companies out there. They've been building appliances in Madison, Wisconsin for the last 80 years. And they've really perfected their trade in what they do. So they really focus, for example, on refrigeration and food preservation and cooking, on how to deal from the very low simmer all the way up to the ultra high-end performance cooking for wok cooking and things like that.
One thing that I think people don't realize as well is when they're searching for the Wolf brand, they actually make small appliances as well. So you can get the quality of all these cooking and refrigeration in the small appliances too.
Absolutely. They've got toasters, blenders. There's all kinds of different bits and pieces that you can take advantage of with Wolf and their countertop appliances now. So
I want to talk about this cooktop for a second because I can imagine it has all the quality and high performance that Wolf usually does, but the look, you never see a sunken cooktop like this for gas.
Right. So this is actually one of Wolf's most popular cooktops. So it combines the traditional cooktop with the range top and merges it into what I call a hybrid.
Oh, yeah.
And hybrid meaning that the knobs are just coming through the front of the fascia of whatever your cabinetry is.
Because very often this will all be the stainless steel and go right down to your knobs. But here you get your countertop to run right
Right,
across.
exactly. It's nice and flush.
Yes.
So you just see your cookware cooking, you know, doing your meals and things. And yeah, it has all the performance. And of course, we like to put the whole package together when you're designing your kitchen. So we offer all kinds of different range hoods, you know, as far as designs and models. You know, so if this was a cooktop that you really liked, this happens to be a 36 inch. They don't make it in a 30. They're very focused on that particular size.
Right.
But they have a lot of different models available in all of their products. Like fridges, for example, in the new designer series that are behind you.
Oh, this is gorgeous. I'm in love.
They make these in 76 different floor plans. And that might sound like a lot, but if you think of it, they make it anywhere from 18 inches wide all the way up to 36. All fridge, all freezers. And wine coolers.
Because every family's a little bit different, whether you need two full-size fridges here with your wine, of course, or you could have freezer, fridge, you could add another couple units in there if you needed to.
Correct, absolutely.
So Brad, we're here in the Mila Gallery. Did I say that right? Because I feel like everybody gets it wrong all the time.
Right. The way we've been told from Mila is it's Mila like Sheila. So the Mila studio that we have in our store here is really well equipped with a lot of representing brands. Again, it's kind of like the Sub-Zero Wolf, but they have lots of different models. So our store is not that big, but we do represent quite a few different models that people can see. Like this Mila dishwasher that everybody's familiar with.
Yes.
Amazing, amazing appliances. And it's a German brand, so you're dealing with a high-end import product. And it's fit and finished like these, you know, cooktops and wall ovens, and the pieces around us and whatnot are all very high-end on the design side as well.
It's a great thing you mentioned design, because that's another thing they're so well known for is their sleek, minimal design.
Right, exactly. So when you're designing all of these appliances into your kitchens, Miele suggests that you have everything in millimeters, right?
Yeah.
They're very specific on how they fit into the kitchens. They're, really nice flush fit designs and things like that. So they've got the full gambit. It's one of the few lines that are in the ultra high-end world that have the full lineup. So you can get everything in Miele if you want to, from refrigeration to dishwashers to ranges. They now have every item under the Miele badge.
That's a great place to start too. This is really a brand where we would design the kitchen around the appliances because people have specific requirements that they want.
Yeah, absolutely. And we showcase a lot of different things in our stores, like local countertop suppliers, local cabinet suppliers. Like yourself coming in as a designer, you can actually see some features that maybe you didn't see before.
Right.
And a lot of our kitchens are timeless too. We don't do a lot of blingy. We use things that you'd want to see in your home.
And then people can really visualize what that will look like in their space.
Exactly. Kind of like this island with the induction cooktop and the island hood. This hood actually talks to the range top, or the cooktop, sorry, in the induction.
Oh, wow.
So when you turn on this cooktop, it turns on the hood automatically.
That's amazing.
So yeah, a lot of people forget to turn the hood on. That's just a nice feature that Miele has exclusively with their brand.
I think this is actually one of my favorite appliances of all time, and I'm not joking.
Yeah, the Miele coffee machine built-in is, again, one of their iconic pieces. People think of built-in coffee machines. They do ask and inquire about Miele quite a bit. So this is a whole bean machine too. So you're putting all of your whole beans into a hopper inside the machine, and then it's taking those beans, putting it into the grinder, and then filtering, you're bringing in the hot water through an instant hot water heater, and then producing your coffee for you. So I'm going to show you real quick on the screen the real gist of it. So just like an iPad. So just swiping across the screen is going to show you all the different icons, and you can do everything like we just passed there, a latte macchiato. You can also do a carafe of coffee if you want to. So if you want a pot of coffee, you can do that. So we've just taken a small cup that I've put there, and I'm going to go say make the coffee. Now it's going to produce a factory preset amount of coffee.
Right.
But you can adjust that. I want a little bit more. You can tell it to auto size for the cup size.
That was actually grinding the beans
Yep.
while we were talking.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that really that's so much great information about it, but there's only one true test, and cheers.